I'm Kat here from Bear Learn, and this video quickly analyzes another quote about love from 9 Days by Toni Jordan. If you haven't seen my other video on another quote from 9 Days on the theme of love, you can check it out here, and while you're there, make sure to check out my other 9 Days videos to help build your 9 Days study notes. Okay, so without further ado, let's start taking some notes on the quote, "Never let anyone say goodbye without kissing them." This quote appears on page 261 and is sent by the loving brother, father, grandfather, Kip Westaway. Why is this quote worth taking notes on? Because, like the other quote, it's related to love, but also love's flip side, which is loss and grief. It's a high utility quote to remember for your assessments and exam because it can be applied to all of those themes, love, loss, grief, as well as family dynamics and interconnectedness. So what does Kip mean when he says to his grandson, "Never let anyone say goodbye without kissing them"? And an aside, does that quote have any application for us as readers in real life in this post-pandemic world when we're not supposed to kiss? Of course it does, because this is English and it's the meaning behind the quote that counts. In English, we don't just accept things at face value. That reminds me, I have a 9 Days video on this idea. Check it out. It's a video on a quote by Mr. Husting, "The first impressions count." But back to this quote. Never let anyone say goodbye without kissing them. When Kip says this to Alec, he's essentially trying to teach his grandson about the fragility of life and the importance of living each day, each moment to its potential. I really feel like Jordan is sending us a lot of good life lessons from 9 Days, like the one we get from looking into Stan's quote here about, "I could have spent that money on a holiday, 2 weeks of sun-kissed splendor in the Maldives." But getting back to the importance of this quote, the ardent sentiment behind Kip's aphorism is obviously influenced by the untimely loss of Connie, his sister. This sudden loss of Connie, this experience shapes Kip, showing how the actions of another person, even unintended, can have a monumental, lifelong impact in shaping another person's life. Much like how Jack loves Connie, but their one night of romance dooms her to a painful and grisly death. Kip's affection for life, shaped by Connie, is impressed upon his children, and even in this scene, on his grandchildren. Sadly, Alec finds reason to really understand the meaning of Kip's quote when he sees the news footage of his friends on the TV. I love how Jordan, at the very moment in which Alec was about to go into the car with his friends, thinks about his obligation to family because he's got that photo of Connie in his bag that he needs to return to his grandfather. And so he says to his mates, he has an errand to run for his family and he can't go with them. In that moment, it's as if a little bit of Connie is reaching out to Alec from the 1940s to protect him. And when Alec sees the news footage about his friends, it is the universal human experience of loss that connects him with his grandfather and with Connie, connecting individuals across time. So yes, Kip's quote is most definitely applicable today and also for the foreseeable future, because we really only do get one chance at our unique lives. So thank you, Toni Jordan, for weaving in such a fundamental message into your book so that we can study the quote, not just for our assessments or for the exam for that matter, but to see how it applies to us as readers in our everyday life. I hope you've been taking notes into your bear bank. It's free. And as you build up your quotes and notes on 9 Days, if you get an essay on, say, the theme of love, all you need to do is hit the tag love and voila, you've got all the relevant quotes and notes on that theme for you to build up your essays. It's a much more efficient way of taking notes, revising, and essay writing. Now, if Kip made videos, would he say never leave a video without hitting the thumbs up button? I think he would. I would really appreciate it if you can support my channel by showing your appreciation and liking it, and by all means comment below to let me know if there's a quote from 9 Days that you want me to analyse. For more detailed analysis on this specific quote, "Never let anyone say goodbye without kissing them," go to bearlearn.com. On my website, I have a full suite of 50 quotes you can get for free. Each quote will be emailed daily for 50 consecutive days. If you want to unlock detailed analysis for each of those quotes, you can buy the quotes and analysis option from bearlearn.com as well. Now, if you're keen to have all of your free quotes or the 50 quotes and analysis magically appear in your Bear Bank all at once, make sure to add the Add to Bear Bank option to your selection. Best of luck building your bank of quotes and notes from 9 Days. As always, be educated and read.